What's up everybody, I'm Brian from I1Tesla and I've got a cool product. I think I've started a video like this before. But anyway, I've got a cool product that goes on the dash. It's a different screen than I've had before as a binnacle display. But this company hit me up and said, we've seen your other videos. I want you to review this product because of all the other ones I've had. So let me show it to you. This is a small screen up front. It's got a leather wrap along with this one is black, you can get white one, but they come in two pieces where you screw them together. It's very easy to install. This connects to the screen, this runs all the way to the autopilot computer, and they even have a USB port here for future upgrades. Very, very good instructions here. It replaces the entire dash, so you won't have that wood grain at all. Hey, I just want to tell you, I worked a deal with this company that's selling the screen here. With my code I1Tesla10, you get 10% off the whole store. Not just that screen, you get everything, whatever you purchase. You can load up the cart with that, or you can do multiple times, but use my link, you get 10% off the entire store. If you're interested in this, keep watching, see if this is good for you. But if you're looking for something else, take a look at the store. I1Tesla10 saves you 10%, store-wide. I'm gonna install that today in my Model Y, and we're gonna have some fun with it. See what this thing can do. Is it worth it? So you can look at the instructions, but it's very easy. We just screw this together here. It comes with side caps if you need them because of your car not having them, because the new dashes are different than others. Follow the directions for your particular car, but some cars now have Velcro here instead of the clips. Some cars have the clips, like I believe mine does once we pull this out, but comes with pieces to replace there. You're just gonna run these screws into the bottom of here. We feed this wire all the way through to the autopilot computer. This is just a jumper for the cable that's really hard to get to. Sorry, you're gonna have to really climb in there. You have to go upside down typically. I already have a couple things attached to that, so I'm just gonna jump from those so it won't be hard. And then this plugs into there, and then we're pretty much done. I'm gonna assemble this together, and then I'm gonna show you what you need to take apart on your Model Y to get this in there. So to remove this dash, you want to remove this, this, and this. All you need is one of these. And then you do the same thing on the other side, and all you do is yank. It comes right off. Oops, maybe that's why they give you an extra one. And now we do the other side. Once you have both sides free, make sure your screen is out of the way if you have a movable one, and just lift up. I like to lift up by lifting the front of it and then sliding it right out. The next step is underneath there at the autopilot computer, and look at their directions. But basically you're going to pull this panel off, pull the carpet back, and you can easily get to the autopilot computer. Well, you can easily see it. The best way to do this is to flip upside down, and it's the second connector up from the bottom of the autopilot computer. It is very tricky. Take your time, get frustrated, curse a lot, and then you'll be able to get it. But that's what I'm going to do. And then we're going to run the wire up through the side here. Once you get up to here, the one cable runs all the way over. You can put the USB cable wherever you'd like. Some people run it back to here, or we can hide it over on that side. It's up to you where you want to put it. But what I like to do before I disconnect anything from the autopilot computer, I like to turn off the batteries. I say two batteries because I like to take and turn off the 12-volt battery up there, but also the main pack that charges the 12-volt battery. Turn off the power on the screen and then turn off the power in the batteries. Make sure all the doors are open first. And if you need a refresher course on the Model Y, right there is a 12-volt battery. We're going to disconnect the negative side, and then we're going to move right over to here, and this connector here is for the main pack that helps power that 12-volt battery. Once we disconnect this, we're going to disconnect that. And when you hook everything back up, it's a reverse. You hook up that, and then you hook up the negative side. So like I told you, I ran this wire up. It is going across. And if we flip my original dash over, you see I have these clips along the front and the back, not the Velcro. So we have to take this, flip this over, and replace this Velcro pieces with these clips. So one thing you want to keep in mind, these things have a little tab on one side. All I did was flip the other one over identically and then just made sure that they're facing the same direction, because these face the opposite direction, and it might not make a difference, but you never know. All right, so far it looks really good. I like how it sits. You can see the screen really good through the steering wheel. You can easily see the screen still. I can still see my gauge cluster for my air ride. Let's turn this on. Well, my screen turned on for my air ride because that's hooked directly to the battery. The car takes a little bit longer to turn on. I'm gonna put my foot on the brake, kind of open. Oh, kind of, my automatic door's almost closed on you. That kind of opens things up, turns things on a little bit, and it'll turn on the screen a little bit faster. But this does take some time. Screen's turning on. Hey, the screen over there turned on. All right. This looks very similar to those Mickey Mouse ear ones that I had before. I've got the camera right in front of my face here, but what you see here on the dash, there's a little bit of a glare. But you see the tire pressure on that side, what gear you're in or what position you're in. The frunk is open. This is a Model 3. Yes, this is a Model 3. I'm gonna see if I can change that. It shows your trip computer miles, your odometer, and your state of charge with the doors that are open, or actually the seat belts. Your temperature's over here and your time. Now I'm gonna have to change that. That's 425 and it is 320, and it's 325 here. Plus I'll have to change even though this is in miles, I'm still gonna have to change this out of bar. So I wanna see about that. But let's turn the AC on and see where the wind blows out of. It's blowing out of this side. Now there's not that many vents here, but those feel like they're going straight up. Over here, we might have a problem with the glove box. Yeah, the glove box isn't gonna wanna open here. Huh. I'm gonna have to play with that. I still feel it right here. Now I can't have it blow right on my face because there's nothing right there. Although I do feel air coming out of the top here. So, which tells me that I may have this on a little wrong. Maybe it's a little shifted too far back. I'm gonna play with this a little bit and then I'll be able to show you, and we'll go for a drive once I figure out the controls. So my screen's kind of glitching out a little bit. There is a software update that I need to get from them. So it's the next day and they sent me the drive, or they sent me the update, put it on a little jump drive, and now I'm gonna plug it into the car and I'm gonna have you with me to see what it does. As you can see, the screen is still glitching out, and it really is not drivable because especially at night, because it flickers and it's like a strobe going in your eyes. The other thing is you want to make sure that you get the right time on here. Yesterday I went to go pick up my son from work and I had the wrong time. I had 8:45 in the morning, not 8:45 in the evening, and the screen is really bright at night when you don't want it to be bright. And so make sure you get the right setting. And it may take a couple tries because it's not really intuitive with that. All right, so I have the little USB line for this. That's where you update it, and I just had it run out this side and I shoved it down there. So I'm just going to plug this in and it should update itself. Let's see. I just got it plugged in. All I did was put it right to this and it changed. Yeah, and now it's showing update drive, so I didn't have to do anything, which is really cool. Can you see that? I'll try to zoom in for you. And now the screen is restarting here. So very, very cool. They make it really easy. They make it really easy to update this for the future, really, because there should be some other things coming to this. So it's not just this basic thing that just shows you stuff on your car. They should be able to put other stuff on this in the future. Maybe more customizable. That would be great. And it looks like it's the third time it's updating. Hopefully by the time, that's number 6. Hopefully by the time you get yours, you won't have to do this. I believe the issue is from when they started shipping these out. I believe the update, the latest update, version 11, was causing a couple issues. Like you saw the hazards going off on there. I think hopefully that'll be fixed. I'm not sure. They might be still working on that one. But that is a software update. It doesn't show the hazards on the outside or on the screen here, but that is something that they're working on. The glitching was part of that as well. I think that's number 7. I don't know how long I'm supposed to let this go. Okay, that's 8 or 9 or 10. I don't know. I'm just going to pull this out as soon as this turns on, and because I'm assuming that it is auto updating because that's what it's set to do. So now it says updating device or update device. Let's see what happens. It looks like it's up to date. So it's not flickering here anymore. So it looks like it's fixed because it was flickering right there and now it's not. So I'm gonna drive around a little bit with this and see if I notice a difference, see if it's any better, see if it's worth the money, and give you my thoughts. So I've been driving this around for about a week now, and I have my thoughts, what I like about the screen and what I don't like about the screen. I like seeing my speedometer right in front of me. Yes, I'm used to seeing it off to the side, so it's not that big of a deal, but I like seeing something in front of me. I've been driving the Plaid Model S quite a bit lately, and I'm used to seeing that now, and going back and forth between the cars, it's a little confusing, especially with the buttons on the steering wheel on the Plaid. Yeah, mine has a steering wheel, not all of them. It's different going back and forth, so I like seeing that. The other thing I really like is on the display, you get to see your tire pressure. Yes, I know you can see it on the dash or on the main screen, but you have to go through a couple menus and to see something like that. And I know it's going to pop up when you get low tire pressure anyway, but it's nice seeing what the pressure is all the time. The battery icon over here, you get to see the miles and the percentage. I wish Tesla would do that on top of it. I know you can push it and it'll switch back and forth, but that's something you have to do. I wish they would just put the miles and the percent right next to each other so you get to see exactly what that is. Because I think it's a good idea to understand what the percentages are, what the differences is, what the differences is, that's not even... Anyway, I think it's good to see both. A couple of things I wish they would change or fix is this is a Model Y and on the screen only shows a Model 3. Sucks. And it's showing a silver Model 3, which that was a long time ago. I have a charcoal gray Model Y. It should at least show a charcoal gray Model 3, you would think. So I wish they would have a toggle between Model 3 and Model Y. Doesn't seem very hard to do, but hopefully they'll fix that soon. The hazards that would keep coming up when you'd hit the brake has gone away. That bug fix or that update that I got fixed that as well. I like seeing my odometer down here, but then also my trip computer. And that's the top trip computer. That's when you first start driving. So each trip you get to see how many miles you actually drove right there easily. It's kind of nice to see, especially if you're driving from place to place for work. You get to write that down very easily, how many miles you've driven. My Model Y is a very early VIN. It's a VIN 409. It's one of the first, well, the 409th one built. So I don't know if it's specifically to mine or what, but maybe they've changed things later on. But I still haven't been able to get the glove box to fit perfectly where that would actually open up, and I do have some fiddling to do with it. I'll be honest, I haven't fiddled with it too much. I've been driving and doing some other stuff. I do like the way this looks. This small little dash here, it is a small screen, but the small little dash is very narrow for here, but you get to see everything. You still see all the bezels. I mean, there is room for a bigger display if you wanted, but I think it's a great option for a lot of people. Someone that doesn't need a whole lot of information up there, that doesn't want a whole lot of customizations, that they just want their display, their speedometer, their battery percentage, their time temperature, and their pressure, their PSI on their tires. I think this is going to be great for them. And they want a sleek design that's not going to block a lot of the air vents. But that being said, this isn't for everyone. Not everything is for everyone. So some people are going to want a little bit more customizations, and that's where I think they're going to come in with updates later on in the future. But for right now, I think it's a great start, and I think a lot of people are going to like it. So I do have a coupon code for this. I said it earlier in the video. Use that. It's good across the store, and use my link and save some money. As always, stay awesome, stay positive. I'll see you on the next one.